Hello.
Hello. Good morning, sir.
Hello. Good morning.
Okay. And good morning, all the participants once again. And today's webinar is on application of linear systems. And I would like to thank our General Secretary, G. Srinivas Reddy Garu, Joint Secretary D. Srinivas Reddy Garu, and Director Vinod Garu, and the Principal Dr. C. S. Srinivas Garu, and my HOD K. Rajkumar sir, and other colleagues in the department, and for their cooperation for conducting or organizing this webinar, online webinar. Okay. And today's speaker is K. Maipal Reddy. Sir is from, I would like to invite him. Good morning, sir. And Dr. Maipal Reddy is working as an assistant professor of mathematics in the in Vellore Institute of Technology, University, Amaravati, Andhra Pradesh. He completed his Master of Science from National Institute of Technology, Warangal, with specialization mathematics and scientific computing. And he has done his MTech, Master of Technology, from a National Institute of Technology, Suratkal, with specialization system analytics and computer applications. And he's done his post Doctor of Philosophy, that is PhD, with specialization fractal applications in geometrical modeling from Indian Institute of Technology, Madras. Okay. And he have on his credit, he has around 15 international publications, his credit, and he visited Waterloo University in Canada for presentation of his paper. And today's talk is on application of linear systems. I would like to invite Dr. Maipal Reddy Garu. So please continue your session. Please share the screen and start your session. Thank you. And all the participants, once again, I am informing you that, and all the documents of this webinar and the reference books will be shared through a Google Drive link in the chat box, as well as after completion of the webinar, you will be given a link through chat box to submit your feedback. Okay, submit it in maximum of half an hour. Once the link shared, after maximum in half an hour, you complete your feedback form. Then only you will get your certificate to your registered mail ID. And one more request is, while entering your mail ID, please be careful. Okay, if you enter wrong mail ID, you will not get your certificate. So I will request you to enter your email ID properly, as well as name and organization name to be printed on the certificate. Please check these three very careful and submit the feedback form. Okay, thank you. Okay, and I would request Maipal Reddy Garu, please continue.
Okay, thank you, Pawan sir, for introducing to me. Okay, good morning to all. Thanks to Pawan sir and team and Principal sir for giving this opportunity. Today, I am going to discuss linear system upon your department request. Okay, now I'll share the my slides. Okay, now it is visible, Alar?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the topic application of linear system. So first we'll discuss the basics of the linear system, and later we'll see the application of the linear system. Okay, these are the contents. Okay, first we'll discuss the basics. Okay, what is the linear system? So how will solve the linear system? Okay, later we'll see the application of the linear system. So we'll see the some of the applications, network analysis, and also balanced chemical equation. Okay, third one is curve fitting. Okay, this we'll see the this session. Okay, so first we'll see the what is the linear equation Okay, later we'll see the linear system. Okay, linear equation in 2D. Okay, we'll write A1. These are the sum of the linear equations. So a linear equation. Okay, when we will say linear equation, the linear equation is power is 1 and do not involve any products of the variables or root of the variables. Okay, that is the linear equation. Okay, okay, we'll see some of the example.
Excuse me, Maipal sir, make it
Yeah.
full screen.
Sorry.
Make it full screen.
Yeah. Okay. When we'll go full screen, okay, I'll discuss the in notepad. That time difficult. So sometimes I'll open notepad also. Okay. Now it is okay. See here. Okay. I'll see some of the example. For example, I am writing x plus. Okay, 3y equal to 5. Example. Okay. Doing the font big one. X plus 3y equal to 6. Is it linear or not? Okay, can involve. Okay, is it linear or not? Okay, this is the linear because here power is 1 here. Every variable power is 1 or degree is 1. For example, see x plus 3 into xy equal to 8. Okay, this is not linear. Okay, because here second term is 3 into xy. Here involving second term product of the variable. Okay, this is not linear. Okay, we write here x plus sin y equal to. Okay, 10 is there. Is it linear or not? Okay, this is discussion only. Okay. This is not linear because here we have the transcendental function. It is the trigonometry function. This is not linear. Okay, you understand what is the linear, what is not linear. Okay, linear means first rule is power is 1. Second rule is does not appear product of the variables. Third thing is do not appear the transcendental function. It is trigonometric or logarithmic or exponential. Okay, that is the linear equation. See here, these equations are not linear. Okay. Now, a solution of linear equation is a sequence of n variables s1, s2, sn, such that equation is satisfied. Okay, this solution set is the collection of the solutions, or we call the general solution of the equation. For example, this equation x minus 4x2 plus 7x3 equal to 5. Okay, here we have the three unknowns. One is the x1, others are x2, x3 we have. Okay, what is the solution of the x1, x2, x3? Okay, can tell me? It is x1 is depend on the other two variables, or x2 is depend on the other two variables, or x3 depend on the x1 and x2. Suppose x1 we want. Okay, that is depend on the two variables x2 and x3. Suppose if I'll take x2, s3 is t, you'll get x1 is 5 plus 4s minus 70, it will get. See here. For example, x plus y equal to. So suppose one family is traveling from Karminad to Warangal. So in that family, 2 adults, 1 child is there. Okay, they pay ticket cost is 32 rupees. What is the price of each? So what you will do here? Okay, here let x is the price of adults. Price of adults. So y is the price of childs. Child. Okay, now we'll get linear equation. Okay, 2x, 2 into, okay, adults are 2. Okay, 2 into x plus y equal to 32. Okay, that is the cost. So we need here price of each one. Okay, price of the adult and price of child we need. See here y equal to, you get 32 minus 2x. 32 minus 2x. So question is, what is x, what is y? Okay, what is the price of adult? What is the price of child? Okay, can tell me answer? Okay, otherwise you'll write x equal to, okay, you'll write x equal to 32 minus y by 2x you'll get. Suppose see here, for example here, x equal to, if you take 20 rupees, so what you'll get, is it exist? This is x value is less than 32 only. What is the answer of x and y? Tell me here. Suppose x is 15 rupees. So you'll get y is, let x is 15 rupees. So it will get y is 32 minus 2 into 15. You'll get 30. So you'll get 32 minus 30. Okay, you'll get 2 rupees. Okay, depend on the x here. Okay, here you'll get infinite number of solutions will exist. So here conclusion of this problem is x may be real number or natural number for this application. Okay, now we'll go to this slide. Okay, now it is visible this PPT. Okay, now we'll go to next slide. This, okay, is it visible? Okay, Pawan sir, is it visible this slide?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Yeah. Okay, now we'll continue the our presentation. Okay, you understand. Okay, what is the solution? Okay, solution exists maybe depend on the problem. Okay, okay, we're writing the m equations n unknowns. Here these constants are maybe here maybe real number, natural numbers maybe. Here we are writing the augment matrix. That augment matrix is the coefficient matrix and right side values you are writing. Okay, our concatenation of A and B. If it is A is the coefficient matrix, B is the right side values. That is the concatenation of A and B. Okay, here classification of the solutions. Okay, generally system have the two solutions. Okay, mainly two. Okay, maybe it exists, if not exist. Okay, if it is exist, then we'll say the consistent. If not exist, then we'll say the no solution. Okay, that is depend on the rank. Suppose take two linear equations. Take two linear equations. Here, first equation a1 and b1 not equal to 0. Okay, here second equation a2x plus b2y equal to c2. Here a2 comma b2 not equal to 0. So I written the lines, first equation and second equations. So you are getting the two lines will exist. We'll get two lines that may be parallel, that may be what here coincide. See here, first one is these two lines are parallel. Okay, these two lines are parallel means solution won't exist. Suppose you want to conduct the some exam. Okay, you want to discuss the other people. Suppose if it's all people are different, they'll expect time. Okay, we won't conclude it one time. Unique time won't exist. Please, okay, one person is going to odd times, one person if we say even times. So we won't go to the intersection point. Okay, we won't get the common point. So if if you have the intersection point or intersection time, we will get the time for the conducting the meeting. So here conclusion is if it is two parallel lines, okay, we won't exist this solution. Suppose see here this one, this figure. Here we have the two lines. Okay, two lines are intersecting some points. Okay, it has the common point we have, means that is satisfy the two equations. Here this third graph, so you'll get the infinite number of solutions. Okay, every point on the solution is the solution. every point on this line is the solution. So you'll get infinite number of solutions. So we go to the example. Okay, x plus y equal to 3, x minus y equal to minus 1. Okay, we are drawing the line. Okay, if it is x equal to 0, we'll get y equal to 3. Okay, we'll get 0 comma 3. Okay, 0 comma 3 is here. So if it is y equal to 0, it is y is 0. So x equal to 3 will get. Okay, 3 comma 0. Okay, if it is joining these 2 points, you'll get line. Okay, that is x plus y equal to 3. Okay, second one, x minus y equal to minus 1. If it is y is 0, we'll get minus 1 comma 0. Okay, so next y 0 is over. Next x equal 0, we'll get 1. Okay, that is the 1 comma 0. Okay, here. See here. Okay, we're drawing the line. Okay, these two are intersecting. Okay, here. Okay, this common point is the solution of the this system. Okay, now we'll see the plane. Three equations we have. Okay, three planes. Okay, we'll get. If these three planes are parallel, okay, you won't get solution. Suppose two planes are parallel. Okay, no common intersection, we won't get solution. Okay, similarly, okay, will exist other 6 cases, totally 8 cases. So if it is intersection point will exist, okay, we will get solution. If no intersection point, we won't get solution. So now very, very important. So we'll see the elementary row operation. So you know, matrix is the matrix is row and columns. So now we are working the operations on row. So we have the 3 rules. Okay, first rule is interchange of 2 rows. Okay, R1 interchange R2. So R1 is the first row, R2 is the second row. We are interchanging 2 rows. So second rule, okay, multiplication the first row by non-zero constant. Okay, so we have the R1, we are multiplying with C here. Okay, we are replacing in first row only. Okay, third rule, addition of constant, multiple of one row to another row. Okay, that I written here. R1 implies R1 plus C into R2. See here, A2 is row equivalent to matrix A1. So we have the A1 is original matrix. Okay, we are doing this some row operation. We are getting the A2. So A2 is row equivalent to A1. So these operations, okay, we need for the solution of the system. Okay, these are the rules I given here. First one is interchange the first and second rows. So we have the 3 rows. Okay, first row we call R1, second row we call the R2, third row we call the R3. So we are interchanging first row and second row. So first row, okay, we written the second row. So second row replaced by first row, just interchanging. Okay, that I written. This is the new row that is equivalent to the original matrix. Okay, second rule. Just what I am doing here, first row multiply by 1 by 2. Okay, we are getting new matrix. Similarly, this is third rule. What we are doing here, so add minus 2 times the first row to the third row to produce a new third row. Okay, we have the R3 row. So what we are doing here, R3 plus minus 2 R1. Okay, these are the just operations on the rows. Okay, now we'll see this some special type of matrix. Okay, this already you know upper triangular matrix, lower triangular matrix. Okay, we know matrix is the okay 2 triangles. You'll get lower triangle is one is upper triangle. So we will see upper triangular matrix. Okay, in this definition only is there upper triangular matrix. Okay, upper triangular matrix means below the main diagonals are zeros. A square matrix is called upper triangular matrix if all entries below the main diagonal are zeros. Okay, below the that main diagonals, that lower part is 0. Okay, similarly lower triangular. A square matrix is lower triangular if all entries above the main diagonal. Okay, we have the main diagonal. So above the all entries, the main diagonals are zeros. Triangle is either the upper triangular or lower triangular matrix. Okay, now we are entering the calculation. Okay, now we'll see the Gauss elimination. Okay, first what you will do here, convert the system into the triangle form. This is the first rule. Second rule, okay, we have the triangle form. Okay, we have to solve it by back substitution. Okay, for example, this is the model. Okay, this is the linear equations. Okay, okay, two equations is there. We call the system of linear equation. This is called the system of linear equations. Okay, now we are writing the coefficient matrix is A. Okay, right side value is B. We are writing. So we are getting the augment matrix. That augment matrix is concatenation of A and B. That we call the augment matrix. Okay, we are doing the row operations. So what we are writing here, R2 we are changing, R1 we are keeping same only. Okay, we are not changing the R1. Okay, we are changing only R2. What we are doing here, first column, second element, we are going to change the 0. What we want here, triangle form. Okay, we are changing the upper triangle form, we are changing. So above the main diagonal, we are converting the 0. So here -4 converting the 0 by using the first row. So we are write the R2 plus 2R1. Okay, -4, 2 into 2 will get 0. So what you are doing, R2 implies R2 plus 2R1. So we'll get 0. Okay, that I written here. Okay, we got the triangle form. This is the triangle form. So this is upper triangle form. Okay, if you see this is only 4 elements. This is only if you observe A part. So you get triangle form 2, 5 and 0, 3, 0, 13. If you observe, we'll get the upper triangle matrix will get. So below this is the main diagonal. 2 and 13 are main diagonal. Okay, below the main diagonal, so we have the 0. This is the upper triangle. Only observe this 2 columns. Okay, now what you will do, second step, so we apply the back substitution. Okay, we have the A, okay, that is the new A. So 2, 5, 0, 13 is A, B is the 2 and -16. So 13 x2 equal to -26 will get. Now we'll get x2 equal to -26 by 13 will get. So now we'll get x2 equal to -2. So we got x2 value. Okay, now we'll substitute first equation. Now we are going back to up. Okay, so x2 value got this x2 substitute in this first equation will get x1. Okay, now we'll solve the linear system. So now we'll go to the linear system with 3 unknowns, x1 and x2 and x3. So here also same. Okay, we are writing the augment matrix, that is concatenation of A and B here. So what you are doing here, so you have to convert the triangle form. So what we will do, this first column, okay, so we have to convert the second element, okay, third element, you have to convert the zeros, okay, by using first row. Okay, that I written here, R2 implies R2 minus 2R1. So now we'll get this 4 is going to 0. 4 minus 2 into 2 will get 0. Similarly, R3 also, R3 minus R1. So just subtract, so R3 and R1 will get here. So 0 will get, okay. Second one is 0 minus 6 is -6 will get. Similarly, 3 minus 8 will get -5. So here we are changing here second row and third row. Okay, we want triangle form. So we are changing the second row and third row, okay, by applying the row operations. Okay, similarly, so in second column, so you want here third element, you have to change 0. Okay, this -6, you have to change 0. So what we'll write here, R3 implies R3 plus 2R2. Now we are using the second row. So now we're getting, okay, third row, okay, 0, 0, 1. See here this A matrix, okay, only 3, this 3 by 3 matrix can observe. So we'll get triangle form. Okay, if you write Ax equal to B, this matrix, we'll get x3 equal to 2 will get. Okay, next 3x2 plus 3x equal to 6. Okay, if you simplify, you'll get x2, that x2 is 6 here. This x3 and x2 substitute in first equation. That equation is 2x1 plus 6x2 plus 8x3 equals 16. We'll get x1. So now we solve the equation. Now we'll go to the one more equation. So we'll get same only. We are applying the row operations. We'll get, okay. Here, see here. We won't get solution here. See here. we have the matrix, this matrix, okay, here A is the, okay, this matrix, B is the 3 minus 2, 12 here. Okay, you observe here, so rank of this A is the 2, rank of this augment matrix, is this one, will get 3 here. Okay, rank is the number of non-zero rows here. Here we have the number of non-zero rows, 3 here. Okay, rank of this augment matrix is 3 here. Okay, this A is the 3 to 1, 0 minus 1 by 3, 1 by 3, 0, 0. Okay, this is A here. Okay, rank of the A is 2 here. Rank of this whole matrix is 3 here. Okay, rank of A not equal rank of augment matrix. So we won't get solution. Okay, this is the inconsistent. Okay, we won't get the intersection point. Okay, so now, okay, see the row echelon form. Okay, row echelon form is satisfy the 3 criteria or 3 conditions. Okay, see here, if it is non-zero row, okay, in that non-zero row, so first non-zero element, so we have to convert the 1, that is the first one. Second thing is, if you have the 0 rows, okay, that we have to write the bottom of the matrix, that is the second rule of the echelon form. Okay, third one is, any 2 conjugate rows, any 2 conjugate rows are successive non-zero rows. Okay, the leader one in the lower row occurs, okay, righter than the leader one in the higher row. Okay, that is the echelon form. So now we'll see the reduced row echelon form. Okay, just now we saw the row echelon form. So I'll give the example also next slide. So now what we are doing, reduce the row echelon form. Okay, we have the row echelon form, we are reducing the row echelon form. So that is the satisfy the that have the 2 rules. Okay, first one is matrix is the echelon form. Second one is the in matrix, if a column contains leading or pivot element, if a column contains leading or pivot element, so, and all elements are zeros, then matrix is row echelon form is said to be Gauss-Jordan form. So here, first rule is echelon form. Second one is, if you have the leading element, so in that column, we have to convert the except leading element, remaining element, we have to convert the zeros. Okay, the 2 rules if we satisfy, we call the reduced row echelon form. Okay, for example, see A and B here. Okay, A is the row echelon form. Okay, this is not reduced row echelon form. So see here, this is the leading element. Okay, see here. Okay, first here 3 rules for echelon form. First rule is first element in the non-zero row. So we have to convert the 1. Okay, this is non-zero row. First element, okay, we are converting the 1. That we call the leading element or pivot element. So here also see here, this in the second row, first element we convert the 1. Okay, second rule is, if it is 0 rows is there, then we have to write the below the non-zero row. That we written here. Okay, third rule. So if it is 2 conjugate rows, if you observe, so lower row. Okay, suppose row 1, row 2. Okay, row 2 is the lower row. Okay, leading element in second row is the righter than the higher row. Okay, similarly here also. Okay, so if it is these 3 conditions satisfied, then you'll say this form is called the row echelon form. Okay, now we'll see the B here. This B is the, so this is the echelon form. Okay, so reduced row echelon form. So first rule is the echelon form. Okay, this satisfies the echelon form. Second one is, okay, if it is the leading element, okay, except leading elements in this column remaining, okay, it is 0 or not, you have to check here. Okay, in this column, okay, this is 1 here. Okay, remaining entities are zeros. Okay, is it okay? Second one, second column, we don't have the leading element. So, okay, we won't see this one. Okay, don't care this one. So we'll see the third row. Okay, yes, this is the leading element, except leading element, remaining all are zeros. Okay, third one also similar. Okay, this B is the reduced row echelon form. Okay, so this echelon form is referred as the Gauss elimination. Similarly, reduced row echelon form is commonly called Gauss-Jordan elimination. Okay, see the examples. So this A1 is A1, A2, A3 are the echelon forms. Okay, So why is not, this is not reduced row echelon form? Okay, can give answer. We have the A1, A2, A3. So A1 is echelon form. Why it is not the reduced row echelon form? Can you give answer, anyone? Here, second column, okay, we have the leading element. So except leading element, we have to convert 0. That's why this is, okay, A1 is the only echelon form. Okay, it is not reduced row echelon form, because here, okay, this 4 is the not 0 here. See here, here A is there. Okay, this is reduced row echelon form. Okay, B and C, D also, these are the row echelon form. Okay, you understand what is the echelon form, what is the reduced row echelon form. Okay, see here, this A, B, C, D is there. Okay, I written this down. Okay, this A is not row echelon form. Why it is not row echelon form? Okay, which condition is failing? Tell me what is your doubt. Someone is raised and can ask to me question. I'll give.
Maipal sir,
Yeah.
you carry on, sir. If they have any doubts, they will ask at the end of the session.
Okay. So this matrix A is not echelon form. Okay, why it is not echelon form? Okay, this matrix A is not satisfy the second rule. Okay, in this matrix we have the 0 row. Okay, that is in between is there. Okay, second rule is if it is 0 row is there, so we have to write the below the non-zero rows. That's why this is not satisfied. Okay, B is also not echelon form. Okay, why is not echelon form? Can give answer, anyone? Okay, this is fail the third rule. Okay, this one is not righter than the higher row. This lower row one is, okay, we have to write righter than the leading element of the higher row. Okay, this is the left side is there. Okay, we have to, okay, if it is right side is there, that is the echelon form. Okay, see here, this is the example. Okay, this is system of linear equations. Okay, here we have the Ax equal to 0. Okay, B, we have the 0. Okay, we have to solve this problem. First, what we'll write here, augment matrix. Okay, we read in the augment matrix. So we are applying the row operations. We are getting the reduced row echelon form. So we are solving the system. So we are getting the x1 and x2 and x3 here. So x1 is depend on the other two variables. Okay, that is depend on the x2 and x5. Okay, x2 is this, x5 is the 5. Okay, you'll get x1 equal to minus x2 minus x5. Okay, so you'll get minus s minus t you'll get. So x1 is depend on the x2 and x5. Okay, x3 is the depend on the x5. Okay, so you get solution. If it is the zeros s and t, we'll get the trivial solution. Okay, trivial solution means zero solution. Okay, I discussed the rank. So the rank is for homogeneous depend on the determinant. If it is determinant is not equal to 0 or non-singular, we will get unique solution. That solution is trivial solution or zero solution. If it is determinant is 0, infinite number of solutions. Here we are getting only consistence. So if it is same only, I written here, rank of A equal to n, that system is unique solution. If it is less than, you'll get infinite number of solution. So now we'll go to the non-homogeneous. Okay. If it is rank of A equal to rank of augment matrix, okay, we'll get the solution. Then we'll say the system is consistent. If it is equal to n, we'll get unique solution. So still now we discuss the, okay, how we'll solve the linear system. So I will get this system. So that we discussed. Okay, still now we discuss the okay, how to solve the system. First we have to write the triangle form or echelon form or reduce row echelon form we have to write. That is the first step. Okay, next you have to do the back substitution, you will get solution. Okay, now we'll go to the applications. Okay, we are seeing the real-time applications, some applications. We know network. So network means it have the branches and junctions. Okay, are used as models in many fields. Okay, economics, traffic analysis, electrical engineering. See here. Okay, such model, it is assumed that the total flow into a junction is equal to the total flow out of the junction. So this is just like conservation law. Okay, what is coming to at node is equal to the what is going to that node. Just like incoming equal to outgoing at node, that I written here. It is sum is equal to 0. Okay, this system is if you see everywhere it will work. Okay, human being also. So if it is not satisfy conservation law, so you'll get some disease. Okay, indirectly. So here also same. Okay, incoming equal to outgoing. See here incoming. Okay, this is for example the circle is node. Okay, what is incoming? 25 is incoming. This is junction or node. So this is it is equal to the okay x1 plus x2. Okay, these outgoings are these arrows are outgoing. Okay, x1 and x2. Okay, this 25 equal to the x1 plus x2. This is the total flow equal to the incoming flow. Okay, this we call the Kirchhoff first law also. Okay, see the one problem, network problem. Okay, in network problem, we have to find the unknowns. Okay, x1, x2, x3. Okay, network, just now we discussed, network has the branches and the junctions or nodes. So we have the 5 nodes and we have the branches. Okay, see here, we are applying the same rule only. We are applying Kirchhoff first law. Okay, incoming equal to outgoing at a node. Okay, that I written here. See here. Okay, at node 1. So what are the incomings? So only, okay, you observe the arrows. Okay, that arrows, okay, will give clear. Okay, incoming and outgoing. If it is coming that side, okay, that is incoming. If it is arrow is outside, okay, that is outgoing. See here at node 1, so only one coming is there. That is the 20 here. So 20 equal to what is the outgoing here? So that is x1 is outgoing and x2 is outgoing. Okay, x1 plus x2. So x1 plus x2 equal to 20 here. So that I written. Okay, x1 plus x2 equal to 20. That is junction 1. So similarly, junction 2 also. Okay, incoming and outgoing. Okay. So your flow maybe, okay. Here you're passing through the flow. See here. Okay, what are the incoming first? Okay, x4 is coming. Okay, outgoings 20 and x3 here. Okay, x4 equal to 20 plus x3. Okay, if we simplify that equation, x3 minus x4 equal 20 will get. We got x4 equal to x3 plus 20. Okay, x4 take the right side. Okay, 20. Okay, write the left side. Okay, get minus 20 equal to x3 minus x4. Okay, we will rewrite here. Okay, x3 minus x4 equal to minus 20. Similarly, third node also. Okay, what is incoming? X2 is x2 plus x3 are x2 and x3 are incoming. So outgoings here. 10 and 10. Okay, outgoings. So you get here 10 plus 10. You get 20. Okay, x2 plus x3. Okay, x2 plus x3 equal 20. Similarly, at fourth node and fifth node we written. So we got the linear system. So what we did here, we have the application, that is network application. We written the model. Okay, that is the first step. Okay, second step, what we will do here, we apply the okay Gaussian rule. Our row echelon form we have to convert. Okay, we have to write augment matrix. We have to convert the echelon form or row reduce the echelon form. Okay, in second step, okay, we have to do the back substitute. That we have to do. Okay, that I did here. Okay, I written direct reduce row echelon form. I written. I got this form. See here, this last column is right side values. Last column is right side values. Ax equal to b. See here, x1 minus here x how many 1 2 3 5 variables. So x1 minus x5 equal to minus 10, you'll get first equation. Second equation, x2 plus x5 equal to 30. So third equation, x3 minus x5 equal to minus 10. Similarly, fourth equation also will get. Totally, we got 4 equations. We have the 5 unknowns. So you understand, okay? If it is less than n, so we'll get infinite number of solutions. Okay, rank of A, okay, rank of A, okay, equal to rank of augment matrix. So rank is depend on the number of non-zero rows. Okay, this is the augment matrix. Here number of non-zero rows are 4. Okay, non-zero rows. Okay, zero row means if it is all are zeros, then we'll say zero row. If it is at least one is a non-zero, then we call the non-zero row. Okay, see here, we have the 4 non-zero rows. Okay, rank is the depend on the non-zero rows. Okay, we have the 4 non-zero rows. We'll get the rank of augment matrix 4. Okay, similarly, rank of A also 4. Okay, rank of A equal rank of 4. Rank of A equal rank of augment matrix is 4. Okay, less than 5. Okay, we have the 5 variables. 4 less than 5. So we'll get the infinite number of solutions. Okay, so x5 I am taking t. Okay, x2, x1 will get x minus 10 plus 5. Okay, minus 10 plus t. Okay, I taken here x5 is t here. Okay, similarly x2 also 30 minus x5. Okay, x5 is t, will get x2 equal to minus t plus 30. Okay, x3 is t minus 10, x4 is t plus 10. Okay, see here, here one question. What is the t here? What shall I take t? Shall I take t is the 5? Is it okay? So question, okay. So what is the t value? Shall I take real number? Is it correct? Okay. Flow is, okay, did you see anywhere negative values? Okay, t is the always here. I written here wrong, but t is always, we see here, okay, we have these 3 equations, we have the 4 equations, we have to observe here. The t is always here, means here, here this unknown value positive only. Okay, t is satisfy the all the constraint and also positive you want. Okay, if you take t is the 5, okay, this x1 will get here 5 minus 10 here. You are getting the minus 5. Okay, your question is, what is the t value? Shall I take t is the real number? Is it correct? Okay, suppose the flow network we are discussing. Suppose network flow, or maybe pipeline or something, oil tank, something, okay, we're discussing. So your answer is here t greater than or equal to 10. T greater than 10. Okay, we won't say 0 also. Okay, t will get greater than or equal to 10. Maybe 11 or 12 or about 10. Okay, you understand. Okay, I will take values also. So conclusion of this problem. So here what we are following, first step is given application, you are writing the model. That model is we call the system linear equations, linear system we call. Second step, we are writing the echelon form or reduced row echelon form. Okay, later we are applying the back substitution, we are getting the solution. Okay, we are getting the solution also. We have to see it. Okay, that is satisfying the given constraint or not. Okay, later we'll see the next application. So now we'll go to the electric circuits. Okay, you know circuit, electric circuit. Generally, electric circuits, okay, we are using this sometimes. Okay, one is the potential, resistance, current. Okay, you know how to measure. Okay, potential we measure the volts, resistance we measure the ohms, current we measure the amperes. Okay, you know definitions also. Okay, what is the Ohm's law? Ohm's law is volt is equal to uh, current into resistance. That is the Ohm's law. Okay, this is useful in circuit. Okay, next Kirchhoff's current law. Here also same only. Okay, what we discussed before. So at node, what is coming flow is equal to the sum of currents flowing out. Okay, similarly, voltage law. Okay, we have the closed loop. We have the closed loop or closed circuit we have. Sum of the voltage arise is equal to the sum of the voltage drops. This is the voltage law. So these two are the we are using in the circuits. One is the current law, one is the voltage law. Okay, we'll go to the problem. Okay, we have the one model. Okay, this is the electric circuit. Okay, we have the three closed loops. Okay, can you tell me what are the loops here we have? Okay, here. Okay, I said here three closed loops. Tell me what are the three closed loops? Can you give anyone answer? So one is this first one is inner loop. Okay, this left side loop. Okay, right side loop. Okay, two are the inner loops. Okay, one is outside loop. Totally we'll get three. Two are the inner loops. One is left side, other one is right side. Okay, third one is outside loop. So what we'll do here in this circuit, we have to calculate the currents. Okay, I1, I2, I3, we have to calculate. So what we will do here, okay, we have to write the linear system. First, we have to write the linear system by using the Kirchhoff's current law and voltage law. Okay, next we have to write the echelon form or row reduced echelon form. Okay, next we have to apply the back substitution. Okay, next first what we will do here, okay, we have to apply the current law. See here, now we will apply the Kirchhoff current law. See here, we have the two nodes we have. One is A, other one is B. We have two nodes in this circuit here. See here at no node. So what is the coming the flow? So here I1 is coming. So I2 is coming here. Okay, at node. So that is equal to the outgoing current. That is I3 here. So we'll write the at node, we'll get I1 plus I2 equal to I3. Similarly, at node B, we'll see here. Okay, what is the coming current? So what is coming? Only arrow, see here. Okay, we have to see the arrow. Okay, this arrow is here, coming arrow. So I3 is coming. And okay, outgoing, what are the outgoing? So I1 and I2 is going. So now we are getting I3 equal to I1 plus I2. So we got the two equations. These two equations are equal. Okay, that equation is I1 plus I2 minus I3 equal to 0. So we combined, so or we got the same equation. So that is the I1 plus I2 minus I3 equal to 0. By using the current law, we got one equation, that is the I1 plus I2 minus I3 equal to 0. So now, okay, we'll see the loops. Okay, now we have the three loops, three closed loops. So we have to apply the voltage law. Okay, we have the first left side loop we have to observe. Okay, in that left side loop, okay, what is the voltage arise? Okay, see here 50 okay arises equal to the, okay, what is drops? Okay, here, okay, you have to apply the, okay, we are taking the voltage. Okay, so what is voltage here? We have the here resistance 5 is there, current is I1 is there. So I into R, okay, voltage is I into R. Here I is the I1, okay, R is the phi. We'll get phi into I1, that is the voltage. Okay, plus, okay, second one, okay, here. So here I3 is the current, so resistance is 20 here. Okay, we'll get, okay, current into resistance, we'll get I3 into 20, or 20 into I3. Okay, these two are the draws voltage. Okay, 5 into I1 plus I3 into 20. So this is the first one. Okay, left side loop, we written the equation. 50 equal to 5I1 plus 20I3. Similarly, okay, we have to write inner right side loop. Okay, this loop we have to write equation. Okay, what is the coming voltage? Okay, this is voltage 30. So, okay, plus, okay, this is also coming here. 20 is the resistance. Okay, I3 is the current. So, I3 into 20 here. Okay, I into R. I3 into 20 will get 20 I3. So, this is also coming here. Okay, so I2 into, okay, this resistance is 10 here. 10 I2. So, 20 I3 plus I2. So, this is equal to 0. Okay. So this is the right inside loop. Okay, now we'll see the outside loop here. Okay, that is the third one. Okay, here voltage 30 plus 50. Okay, that is the IT. Okay, next here. Okay, what is the drops? Okay, so this is the, okay, these are drops here. So what is there? 5 into I1 is drops. Okay, what is coming here? 10 into I2. Okay, here 80 plus 10 I2 equal to 5 I1. So we'll get here 3 loops equation we'll get. Okay, that I written here. Okay, we got the 3 equations. Okay, these 3 equation if we combine here, so we'll get only 2 we'll get here. This 2 equation plus by using current law we got 1 equation. Okay, these equations. So what we'll do here? So we have to write here a matrix form Ax equal to B. Okay, now we got the linear system. So we have to solve this linear system. So what we'll do here? We have to write the argument matrix. Okay, that is the concatenation of A and B. So that matrix we have to convert the echelon form or row reduced echelon form. Okay, by using row operation or column operation. So we'll get the row reduced echelon form. So next apply the back substitution. Okay, we'll get I1 and I2 and I3 will get. Okay, still now we discuss the network analysis and electric circuits. Okay, still, okay, if you have any doubts, okay, okay, can tell me, okay, we'll discuss. Okay, this is very, very important electric circuits. Okay, any doubts? Okay, mainly depend on the, one is the current law, other one is the voltage law. Okay, what is the coming the current at node, what is going to flow? Okay, that is current law. Here, second thing is voltage law. Okay, voltage law, we are applying the closed loop. That closed loop, what is the arising the voltage, what is the dropping voltage? So now, okay, this is very, 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 very important chemical equations. So, okay, when we are preparing the one, okay, vaccine or tablet, so, okay, that time, okay, this thing important, chemical equations. So what we are doing here, we are balancing the chemical equation. So how much molecules, okay, we have to add, okay, that, okay, we are doing, okay. So just balancing, okay, we are seeing here only means here elementary level we are seeing. If you go big equations or long expression, it have the many molecules it involve. Okay, that time, okay, we have to apply the linear system only. Okay, so okay, you have doubt. Suppose I have the 5 by 5 matrix, 6 by 6 matrix. How will solve the equation? So how will solve the linear system? It is a big matrix. How will solve? Shall I do the row echelon form? How will solve? If it is 2 by 2 is okay. If it is 3 by 3 is okay. Okay, we'll get the less time complexity. Okay, it will take for and okay by using and it will take only less time. Okay, if it is big one, I will solve. Okay, so we have in MATLAB, we have the command RREF, we have. Okay, 3 letters, means 4 letters we have. Okay, RREF, just RREF of the augment matrix. If we get, if we write, so we will get the reduced row echelon form, will get RREF. Okay, only 4 letters. Okay, if we want directly solution means in MATLAB, just lin solve. Okay, LIN lin solve of A comma B. Just okay, enter the A comma B. Okay, A is the coefficient matrix, B is the right side values. Okay, that is the better. Okay, you can go to the one of the computational tool, maybe MATLAB or Maple or Scilab. Okay, you can go. Okay, it is big matrix. Okay, if it is time is there, so I'll discuss it on, within 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Okay, see here, now we'll discuss the chemical equations. Okay, here, see here, we have the chemical equation. So methane plus oxygen we have. Okay, that is CO2 plus H2O. Okay, carbon dioxide plus H2O. Okay, your question is it balanced or not? Is it balanced or not? See here, carbons is left side means okay, we have this arrow. Okay, that left is called left side. Okay, that arrow right side is right, we call the right side. Okay, right we call the right side, left is called the left side. Okay, depend on arrow. Left side arrow we call left side, right side arrow is right side. So now we see here, left side we have the only one carbon, right side also one carbon. Okay, that is okay. Next, okay, hydrogen can see here. Okay, 4 atoms hydrogen we have left side, right side only 2 hydrogen we have. Okay, so what you understand? This is not a balanced one. This is unbalanced one. See here, this equation 2 is balanced one. Okay, here C is okay, both side. Okay, hydrogen, see here, 4 atoms of hydrogen we have left side. Okay, right side also. Okay, 2 into 2, 4 hydrogens we have. Okay, this is the balanced one. Okay, if you see here, this is okay, last equation can see here. Okay, this last equation is both side multiply with 2 by this equation 2. So here 2 carbons we have left side, right side also 2 carbons. Okay, carbon here hydrogens. Here we have the 4 hydrogens we have. Here 4 into 2 we have the 8 hydrogens. Right side also 8 we have. Okay, which one we will take here? First, the second one or last one? Okay, which one is better? Okay, we have to take here first one only. Okay, better to take here this first one only. Okay, now, okay, we have to solve this equation. Okay, this is a small one only. We'll get immediately. Okay, so how to solve? Okay, by using linear system. Okay, what we'll do here? Here, every molecules that coefficient you take x1. Okay, see here, this molecules, okay, coefficient is x2. Okay, CO2 coefficient you take x3. Okay, H2O, water coefficient you take x4. Okay, now we have the 4 unknowns. Okay, one is x1, others are x2, x3, x4. We have the 4 variables. Okay, these variables always the positive integers only. You have to take only positive integers. Okay, we have to find the x1, x2, x3, x4. Okay, see here, we have the carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. These 3 things we have here. What we will do here? We have to take here carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. So what we will do here? So left side how many carbons is there? Right side how many carbons is there? We have to calculate. From that we'll get one equation. Similarly, hydrogen also we have to find the how many hydrogens is there, hydrogen atoms. Okay, right side also how many hydrogen atoms is there. Similarly, oxygen also you have to calculate. First, we'll see the carbon. Left side, we have the one carbon into x1. One x1 you'll get, that is x1. Right side also, okay, we have the one atom into this x3. Totally 1 into x3. Totally x3 atoms of the carbons we have. Okay, first equation we got here, x1 minus x3 equal to 0. Second one, okay, that is the hydrogen, can see here. So here we have the H4. H4 means 4 atoms of H. 4 atoms of H. Okay, 4 into this X1. Okay, we'll get 4x1. 4x1 atoms of H we have, left side. Similarly, we have to calculate the right side. Right side H2 we have. Okay, H2 into X4. H2 means 2 atoms of H into X4. 2x4. Okay, so in this here, 2x1 minus x4 equal to 0, or 4x1 minus 2x4 equal to 0. Similarly, oxygen. Okay, right side and left side, how many atoms of oxygen is there? Okay, left side, 2 into x2 atoms of oxygen is there. Right side is 2 into x3. 2x3 will get, plus here also we have the oxygen. Okay, 1 atoms of oxygen into x4. Okay, x4 atoms of oxygen. Okay, left side we have the 2x3 plus x4. Okay, we have the 3 equations we got. What we did, we have the chemical equation, we written the model. Okay, or we written the linear system. Okay, this system is a homogeneous system because right side is 0. Okay, now we are writing the coefficient matrix A, unknowns x1, x2, x3, x4 we have. Okay, so we have the 3 by 4 matrix. So we'll get rank is less than or equal to 3 we'll get. So if we have the number of variables are 4. So you understand, okay, you'll get the infinite number of solutions we'll get. Okay, this matrix, I written the reduced row echelon form. Okay, I got this matrix. So see here, first one is, okay, if you write matrix form, x1 minus x5 by 2 equal to 0. So you'll get here, x1 equal to x5 by 2 you'll get. x1 equal to, sorry, okay, only 4 variables. x1 equal to x4 by 2. Similarly, x2 equal to x4, x3 equal to x4 by 2. So, okay, what will take? x1 equal to x5 by 2. What is the x5? Shall I take x5 is 1? Is it correct? Can you give reply? Or x3 equal to, shall I take x4 by 2? What I said starting, always you have to take care positive integers, or we have to take natural numbers. If you take here 2, you will get x1 equal to 2 by 2. Okay, we'll get x1 equal to 1 will get. Similarly, x3 equal to x5 by 2. If you take x5 is 2 here, x3 equal to also will get here 1 will get. Okay, x2 is x2 equal to x5, you'll get 1. Okay, in general x3, x4 equal to t, if we take here, x1 is x4 by 2 means t by 2. Similarly, x2, x3 also will get. So, we'll get many solutions, okay, but we have to take here 2 here, okay, which is minimum, okay, better to choose 2 only. Okay, if we take others also balance, but okay, try to take okay minimum value. Okay, that is the balance equation. See here, x1 equal to I taken 1, x2 is 2, x3 is 3, x3 is 1, x4 equal to 2. Okay, that okay, this is the equation, second equation. This is the second equation you'll get. So, okay, we got a solution. Okay, I have doubt, solution is correct or not. Okay, that is satisfy the given constant. What is the first constant? x1 equal to x3. Okay, x1 equal to x3 means Okay, we have the x1 is 1, x3 also 1. Okay, that is satisfied. Next, what is here? 4 on terms of x1. Okay, 4x1 equal to 4x3 here. 4x4. Okay, 4. Yeah. See here. Okay, x1, 4x1 equal to. Okay, this equation you have to see actually. This one. Here 4x1 equal to 2x4. 2x4. So x4 is 2 here. So that is the 4 equal to 4. Okay, that satisfies the equation. That's why we call it, that is solution. Okay, next one. This is also a chemical equation. See here. Here.
Excuse me, sir. My fault, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, we have another 5 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
We will wind up in 5 minutes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, this is same only. We have to solve. Okay, here what we are writing here, coefficients we are writing, unknowns. We have to find these coefficients. Okay, we have to balance this equation. Okay, in this here, we have to solve the x1, x2, x3, x4 here. Okay, here we have the hydrochloric acid we have and sodium phosphate. Okay, similarly here we have the 2 molecules. Okay, sodium chloride and phosphoric acid we have. So what we will do here, we have to find the x1, x2, x3, x4. So we have to find the solution by using linear system. So last one is curve fitting. Okay, this is also one of the important. So maybe x values are depend on the distance. Okay, so these y values are the that corresponding values. See here, what is here? We have to find the polynomial. Okay, depend on the set of data. Suppose I'll take the collection of data. Okay, the data is the x1, y1, x2, y2, xn, yn. We have the n data points we have. So we'll get the n minus 1 degree we'll get. So that is the passes through the points. That's why I call the polynomial curve fitting. So I given the graph also. Okay, that graph is that curve is satisfied the means that curve is passes through the given data points. So what we are doing here, we have the this equation. What we are doing here, we have to find these unknowns. Okay, a0, a1, a2, an minus 1. We have to calculate. So by using linear system, if we write x equal to x1 and p of x1 is y1, if we substitute, we'll get first equation. We write x equal to x2 and p of x2 equal to y2. If we write second equation, similarly, if we substitute other values, we'll get n equations. We'll get. So if we solve this equation, we will get n minus n values. Will get. Okay, that values are maybe dependent or independent. Will get. Okay, this is curve fitting. For example, you'll see the second degree polynomial. So here a0 plus a1x plus a2x square. Okay, what is there? Your question is we have to consider the polynomial. For that you have to solve the unknowns. Okay, a0, a1, a2 here. And also that is passes through these points here. Okay, what you will do here? We substitute first data, so we'll get one equation. If we substitute second point, you get second equation. You'll get. If we substitute third pair, so we'll get third equation. We got the three equations. The three equations are the linear equations. Okay, then they say this is linear system. We have the linear system, so we have to write Ax equal to B. A is the quotient matrix, X is the unknowns, B is the right side values. So what we will do here, we have to solve the linear system. First we have to write the augment matrix. That augment matrix convert the echelon form or row reduced to echelon form. Okay, later we have to solve the system. So we'll get the a0 is 24, a1 is minus 28, a2 is 8. So okay, we'll get here 24 minus 28x plus 8x square. Okay, that corresponding graph is this one. So that is the passes through the given 3 points. Similarly, fourth degree polynomial. Okay, we have the 5 points. Totally 5 points. So we have to write the 5 equations. Okay. So okay, for that we have to write the augment matrix. Okay, write the echelon form. So after echelon form, okay, we have to write the again Ax equal to B. We have to do the back substitution. So we will get unknowns. Okay, that unknowns are okay. Okay, A not equal to 1, A1 equal to minus 30 by 24, A2 equal to 1 not by 24, A3 equal to 18 by 24, A4 equal to minus 17 by 24. So you'll get the polynomial equation. So what is the advantage here? So your advantage is here. So we are using the data points. So we are constructing the curve by using the linear system. Okay, this is also one type of applications. Okay. So if you have any doubts, okay, we'll discuss.
Okay, participants, if you have any doubts, you can ask. I am unmuting you all.
Y equal to some c into log x, or y equal to c into x power 2 by 3. How will solve the equation? I can give answer anyone? Okay, we have the data, some data, okay. Maybe, okay, 3 points or 4 points we have. So what we'll do here, we have to write the just both side apply the log. Okay, that log, okay, can write the linear form. Suppose here y equal to c into log x if it is there. Okay, c into log x is there. So y equal to c into log x, you take some capital X. Okay, find the log x1 value, log x2 values can find and write. So what I am saying, so whatever may be that function, just convert the linear form, can do it. Okay, any doubts? Okay, if you have time, okay, I'll take 10 or 5 minutes. Okay, so I'll solve the linear equations by using MATLAB. If we give time 5 or 10 minutes, is it okay?
Sir, just tell me the MATLAB commands, how to get the solution. Just tell those commands only. With that, we can wind up.
So for converting the row reduced echelon form, we are taking command REF, R for rose, R for rabbit, REF, only 4 letters. REF of augment matrix. Okay, just 5 minutes it will take. Okay. Okay, now is it visible, this notepad?
Yes, sir. Yes, visible, sir.
See here, okay, we are writing the matrix Ax equal to B. Ax equal to B. Okay, see here. Okay, we are writing the in command prompt. Okay, that we have this symbol. Just write here RREF of, okay, small letters, RREF of, okay, augment matrix. Suppose M is the augment matrix. This is the linear system. This is the given linear system. Linear system. So we are writing the augment matrix M equal to A, B. Okay, concatenation of A and B. Okay, this already will be there. So that command prompt, okay, this greater than symbol is there. Just you write RREF of this is there augment matrix capital M. Okay, just you can write here. So you'll get the row reduced echelon form. Will get. So if you want the direct linear system, so write here command LIN lin. Just write lin solve. Lin solve of A comma B. Okay, we'll get the solution of the linear system. We'll get. Okay, this first one is okay. This is comment symbol. So we'll get the here reduced row echelon form. Get reduced row echelon form. Will get. Okay, this is comment symbol percentage echelon form. We'll get. Okay, this second one is we will get the solution of the linear system. We will get solution of linear system. We will get. Okay, if we apply this one, you will get solution of the linear system. Okay, still any doubt? Okay, these are reference books. So I kept in the Google Drive. Can take it. First one is Howard Anton. Second one is Larson Edwards. Okay, the second book. Okay, third one is very famous book Gilbert Strong, Linear Algebra and its Applications. These four are the references. Okay, if you have any doubts.
Okay, dear participants, if you have any doubts, sir, please ask, sir. Participants, any doubts? You are unmuted. You can ask. Okay. If you don't have any doubts, we wait for 1 minute. Already I shared that document as well as these 3 books link through chat box. You can download the books as well as the document of this webinar. Okay. And in 2 minutes, I'll share you the feedback link, feedback form link. You go through that and submit your feedback to get the certificate. Okay. And if you have any doubts, meanwhile, once again, I'm asking, please go through that. Ask, sir. Hello? So, no doubts? Sir, Maipal sir, please stop sharing, sir, screen.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you, all the participants, once I'm asking, you can feel free to ask, sir, if you have any doubts. Okay, I'm sharing the feedback form also. Okay, I thank Maipal Reddy sir for a very informative session. And participants, still if you have any doubts, then if you don't have, see the chat box. I shared the Google Drive link which sir sent to me. You can download the books, 3 books, and also the webinar document using that link. So which link is not opening? Okay, wait. Participants, wait for a few minutes.
Sir,
I'll
back
change.
link open అవ్వట్లేదు sir.
Okay, wait. Okay, please wait for a few minutes. And of course, I thank all the participants and the speaker, Maipal Reddy sir,
Okay, sir.
and the General Secretary of our college, Srinivas Reddy Garu, and Joint Secretary D. Srinivas Reddy Garu, Director Vinod Garu, and Principal Dr. C. Srinivas Garu, for the and HOD Rajkumar sir and other friends in my department for supporting me to conduct this webinar. And I thank you once again, Maipal Reddy sir, for giving a talk on my request. And very much thankful to everyone. And also finally, I thank all the participants, those who attended the webinar. Okay, thank you. And